Hello, everyone. Um, I'm trying to find the chat. Oh, I can't, I can't see the chat. It says comments are not supported on private videos. Oh, well, I guess I won't see that. I'm telling you, all of the platforms are not happy when you stream in. So I've got to play with my phone and see if I can get it so it can be on my face, and then I can flip it down and it'll be on my project without having to rotate and do all this crazy stuff with it. You used to be able to do that, and then they changed it. So I will see if I can't figure it out. We'll find out. I hope everyone's having a great day. I ran across an idea that I wanted to share with you. Sorry, I can't see the chat. So if anybody comes in, hello, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not certain why everybody's changing it. Why do they care if you stream it in? It makes no sense. None whatsoever. I'm on the platform. That's all that matters. So we'll see. I have a fun idea that I ran across by another demonstrator. She's French. Her name is, let me see if I can find it. I had it. Her name is Francine Roberge. So hopefully I didn't butcher her name. And I love the idea. And I thought, oh, what a great idea. So I decided to use it for my idea. And I'm going to modify it. She had used a color I don't have. Oh, excuse me. She had used Wild Wheat, which is that color I don't have. And I don't have, I thought I had the re-inker, but I don't, to make my own mini pad. So I pulled in crushed curry, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it will go okay, and we'll see how it works out. I've got all my other colors here, and I'm gonna try something with mine and see if I can get the, I wonder if I go to YouTube. Let me try that. Let me go into YouTube and see if I can see it on my channel. Give me a minute here. I'm trying something and see. No chewing. No chewing. All right. She's not happy with me. It's lunchtime, so she's going to eat on anything she can find. Oh, there. Let's see. Ooh, I got the chat. I just can't use the link from I can't use the link from Zoom to do it, but I do have the chat up. So if anybody else comes in, please say hello so I know that it's working. I am here, and I'm hoping that some others come in. I'm going to get ready and get started, but to do that, I've got to move this little one over to her crate or her pen. As you can see, she's biting on my finger, and anything else she can bite on at this point. She will probably cry, but that's okay. She will survive. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, I'm going to pull over my camera and we'll get started. I'll spotlight it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to move this back just slightly. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, I pulled out all my supplies. I'm going to use Nature's Prints, specifically this image here. I'm going to do a masculine one and hoping I have enough time to do a feminine one. See, there she goes. Not happy with me. I needed my 2 3/8 inch circle punch and a piece of window sheet, acetate, whatever you want to call it. And what I did was I pushed this in all the way and I centered it as best I could side to side. And I punched out the circle, which is what we need. I have a piece of white and my card base is white. I'm going to put this on. All right, I'm going to flip it around. It needs to be down more. I'm thinking it would be better if you used the dies and cut it out, but dies don't always work with acetate. Now I'm going to pull in my temporary adhesive and I'm going to stick this down onto my mat like so. This is going to go up here and I'll mask off that at the bottom with a piece of paper. All right. So I'm creating and I'm going to tape this on here, tape it in place, so to speak. And I'm going to I have some scrap paper here. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to put it here. And then I can hold it. I probably should tape it. Let me see if I can tape it in place so it doesn't move. I just need a little tiny bit. I don't want to tape it on my circle. So there's my circle cut out. And I know you probably can't see it, but you'll see it a little bit better in a minute. I'm going to take another scrap piece of paper and I'm going to tear it all the way across. And now when you tear like this, what you want to do is you want to pull towards you and use this finger to help guide it. If not, when you tear it, it's going to go crazy. So I have my paper and I'm going to take this and I'm going to start with Granny Apple Green. All right, like so. And I have a blending brush. Right, and I'm going to ink this up, tap it off, and I'm going to start down here and I'm going to come down into that area so that I get a nice blend of color. And I'm focusing a lot right at the edge where that paper is. All right. And this way, if I hold it, great. Got it. All right. Now, I'm going to move this aside and I'm going to pull in copper clay. And I don't have the pad, so I made one. And I'm going to kind of go this way with the copper clay and do the same thing. I am going to use another brush. Oh, slipped on me. And I'm going to do the same thing. This is the masculine version. I have other colors to use, and I just remembered I forgot to grab a black, so I'll be using my trimmer because my cutter's up here. All right, so I've got the copper clay next. And so I'm creating some layers, and there it is. I was going to say, where did I do? All right, now this is where she had used wild wheat, and I don't have wild wheat. So I'm going to try an experiment, and I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go, she had used a different side of the paper. I'm going to use the same side, and see if I get a more brown looking color. All right, now, yeah, that's not doing too bad. Now, you don't want to go down into here. You want some white there. All right, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull in my wild wheat and just, my copper clay, and just go over it just to kind of tone it down a little. Ooh, I like that. So if you don't have a color, see if you can blend two to make it work. And then the last one I'm going to use, and I have a way too much space up there, but that's all right, is pumpkin pie. And I'm going to do this one. I'm not even going to use a torn edge, so to speak, because I'm just coming in with the top of this. Now, realistically, these should be wider. This is the first time I played with this idea, so live and learn. All right. And I want to get a little bit more. Okay, there. Now, I'm going to take my towel and I'm going to wipe this off because that's the only ink on there, and I want to use it again for my next card. Before I take this apart to put my card together, I'm going to take a Micron pen. You can use any pen like a Sharpie that has a really fine point, and you have to take your time on this. But what you're going to do is you're going to go around the edge. Take your time. Realistically, if you can do this without picking up your pen, you'll be in good shape. All right, now let's see what that looks like. I can pick this up. Great. All right, so I'm going to pull this apart and put it aside. I have this, and the next step is I'm going to use my MISTI. I'm going to take my magnets off and keep them far apart. Hopefully the little one will work. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to pull it down some because I don't want to take away from all of that. Something skinnier would be better, but I couldn't find anything. Oh, you know what? I don't need this underneath. If you have a stamp that has that's red rubber with the backing, you don't need your foam pad. You need to use it if you have photopolymer stamps. All right, so I'm going to, in fact, what I'm going to take and do is I'm just going to pull it over this way, like so. So if you have something smaller, you know what? I was going to use that, but I think I'm going to change it and use this one. I think it'd be better. That is too big, too wide. I use that image a lot. All right. Now, better. I'm going to put it right about there, and I'm going to press it down. And now we're going to ink this up with Memento. And the reason you do a stamping platform, I'm using the MISTI. If you have the Stamparatus, the Tim Holtz, whichever one you have, you can use it. Now, and this is a eraser for a dry erase board. All right. Now, see, I want that darker. I want it really bold. So I'm going to do it again. Right. And that's the advantage of having a stamping platform, because you can then stamp on top of it and it's the same image. I like that. I'm happy with it. So I'm going to take this and this. I will take this out because I'll need it for the next card. Set it to the side. Hopefully those two don't hit together, because when they do, oh, what a mess. All right, now this I'm going to layer onto a piece of black rather, and this is where I have to cut real quick. I forgot that. All right, so this is going to go on here like so. All right, make sure this is dry before you flip this over, because you don't want it to, oh, I got to use it again. No sense putting a pin in. All right, so I'm going to add this here. And I probably could have gone a little smaller. And then it's going to go on a white card base. And I'm looking for my, and I don't see it. Where's my bone folder? There it is, hiding underneath my papers. All right. So I like a crisp fold, and a bone folder would give you that. All right, now this piece goes on like so. And let me look at her card. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to add, I forgot to grab it. I'm going to add some, darn. I always have, when I get a new one of these, I struggle with finding the hole for a while. I'm going to add some, oh, that's got ink on it. Huh, okay. Some linen thread around here. Pull out a bunch. I'm going to give myself a lot of leadway. I'm going to wrap it around 3 times, and I'm going to tie my bow, and then I'll squish everything together. Now, let me move this here. I take my bottom piece, and you know what? I think I can. Is it going to be enough if I do that? I hide it. It's going to be close. Let me see if I can do it. Let me try it again. I want to hide that mistake. 1, see, it's still wet. It got on my card. Darn it. 2, 3. Oh, well, I'll hide it under the ribbon. All right, so I said ribbon, but it's twine. So I'm going to tie my bow over here, and I'm taking that bottom piece and I'm making my loop. I'm taking my top piece and I'm pulling it tight. All right. And then I'm going to adjust my loop. I wonder how that got on there. I must have something over there that's leaking, so to speak. And I'm going to bend this. No, I can't, because that's got the, I'm going to leave it there just because if I don't, I'm going to have a mess. And take my ribbon scissors, and I'm going to cut this end, and this end. I'm going to cut this one because it has a little bit of ink on it. All right, there. Now, there's the card. I'm going to go back to my Facebook feed. I had to go to, or my YouTube feed. I had to go look at the card because I knew there was something else I needed to do. All right, now this can go on here, and this card is done. And I love it. Isn't it a great masculine card? And now the next one we make, we're going to use different colors, and we'll make a feminine version. So this is a quick card. I say quick because once you make your template and everything, you've got it ready to go. So there's the card. All right, I'm gonna hold it up a little bit closer so you can see. And I love the layers. Just make the bottom one a little bigger and that'll help. All right, so there's that one. Now let me get my next one. I'm gonna move my ink out of the way. And I will be getting, I forgot I'm using a different color card base on this one to give you a good different idea. And guess what? It's downstairs. So I won't be using a different one. I wanted Fresh Freesia, and it's my papers all downstairs because I've been having to work downstairs to give Ezzy some time so she's not always in her crate. All right, so for this one, I'm going to use the Sending Smiles stamp set. So let me get started. Did I cut this one down? Yes, I cut this one down. I'm going to take a piece of, I may have to just lay it on the white so you can see it completed. And then, all right, now I'm going to do the same thing I did the last time. I'm going to center this. All right. Tape it down and I'm set to go. Now I will tear another piece of paper to use for my layers. All right. So the first layer that I'm starting with is Fresh Freesia. And I'm gonna get another scrap paper. I'll take this one because I've got to clean this. This is the yellow. I need to clean these because I've used my brushes lately that they haven't had. What is this? I don't know. Oh, that one's like copper clay, maybe. Get as much of the ink out as I can. Let's see, this one was Granny Apple Green, which if I can get some of it out, which is pretty good, I can use it. Oh, I need a fifth one. Oh, no. All right, I'll pull in one. This one was Pumpkin Pie, I believe. I know people use microfiber cloths to clean them also. I wash mine. I've never had success with this. It muddies them because once I'm going to pull this one that's laying here and just use it. I don't know what color's on there. I can use it for one of them. So now I have my 5 brushes. All right. I'm going to start down here and I'm going to go up a little higher. No, I can't this time because I've got 5 colors. So I'm going to start with Fresh Freesia. All right. And I'm going to fill this in. She did one like this also, but she did a video with the first one, but it's all in French. So I had to watch it and just kind of figure out, but what she did was she did this one first in the 5 colors. She didn't list the colors. So I kind of looked at them and said, well, that looks like that. All right, so there's my Fresh Freesia. All right, so see how you change it when you use different colors. Now I'm going to use Lost Lagoon. I'm going to use my green one here. I don't want to go too high. I think that'll work. All right. And I want it light, so I'm not going to press hard. if you hold it back further, you can't press hard, so it doesn't. This was the one I wasn't certain if it was fresh freesia or if it was a different color. But I didn't find any green that I thought it looked like. So I use this and see what happens. I didn't start here when I tapped it, so it did that. All right, so there's that. Next color is Balmy Blue. So let me get rid of my Lost Lagoon. Pull in my Balmy Blue. All right. And I think what I'm going to do, because I don't want to muddy my colors, I'm going to tear another one. And I tore the other end because if I don't, I'm going to have that. So now I'm going to go this way. I'll go just a little bit more like that. And I'm going to go with my Balmy Blue. All right. And the reason I knew some of the colors is I could look at it and say, all right, that's a light blue. So I assumed she was using subtle colors. So this one was definitely darker than that one. And you don't want to go all the way down. You want to leave it really light down there, but you want it dark here. Now I'm getting some yellow in there. All right, good enough. It looks kind of green, but that's all right. Sometimes you got to go with what you got. All right. Now I'm going to use Soft Seafoam. And I'm going to move this over because I've got that peak there and I don't want that peak. How much do I have? Quite a bit. Okay. All right. Let's do our Soft Seafoam. All right. So you just kind of blend it till you're happy. And you know, you can keep blending without adding extra ink once you get that top piece done. Okay. There we go. Don't need that anymore. And the last color that we're going to use is Bubble Bath. So I'm going to pull in my little ink cube. Well, obviously this one didn't get cleaned too good because it's got an orange tint to it. Well, you know, it's one of those things. Oh, I wonder if it was on here and I should have washed it. Oh, well, it'll still look good. All right, let's pick it up and see. Oh, yes. I kind of like that, even though the colors are messed up. So you can easily get different colors by taking and using the same, like this I did first, and then I went up and did this, and I had the pink kind of blended in. This probably had the yellow or the pumpkin pie still left on the acetate. I wiped it off, but apparently I didn't get it off all the way. So keep that in mind. Now I'm going to put that on a black piece. Let's see if I have one or if I have to cut one. Looks like I got to cut one, so give me a minute. I wished I had the fresh freesia up here, although, you know, I might have to take and measuring. I cut this one a little bit smaller. I might need to take and try one of these other colors. See, that's the fresh freesia. All right. Oh, no. Almost messed it up. Almost. I need my stamping platform, my MISTI. Let me get this in here. Put this in place. And I think what I'm going to do is I need something that's not. All right, I'm going to stamp this one first. All right, because then I can go back and add my other piece. Oh, this is where I have to, this is photopolymer, so this is where I have to add my mat back in, or it won't work. It won't stamp. You can press and press and press as much as you want, and it won't work. All right, so I'm going to put that there. Pick it up. Got my eraser ready to go. And let me get my Memento. Oh, see, it didn't pick it up. All right. Wrong mat. That's why. That's my black matting. Oh my gosh. There's my mat. I was wondering why it was smaller. I was like, why is that smaller? But I got it. All right, now it will pick it up and I can stamp it. Ooh, that's going to be sticky. So just make sure you, I have another, I should have brought my bar magnet over, but I didn't. All right. So just take your time. There we go. Oh, see, that's not dark enough. So that's why you use a stamping platform. This is also a good time to use your spots if you have them for inking it up, because then you don't get ink all over your background. Ooh, I think I might do it one more time. And I just got to be careful. Let me get my towel here because I've got quite a bit of ink on there. Got a lot of tape on there too. I need to clean this thing. All right. If you struggle with pressing down, get yourself an eraser. Fabulous, fabulous idea. I don't know who I saw it with, but somebody, and I used it ever since. And I love it. All right, now I'm going to try and see if I can do the center. You know what? No, I can't because it's got the ink behind it. All right, and I got to move this up. So I'm going to put it up at the top one this time, because my stem is going to hang off. All right, there's that. Like so. I'm going to try and do both at the same time. We'll see if it works. And make sure I don't get ink down here under on my mat. I'm going to just stick this underneath like so. All right, here we go. Okay, cross your fingers that nothing shifted. Oh, that shifted on me. Let me just move it over. It may not have shifted. It may have been the fact that that's, I may not have had it down correctly because it's hard to see that center without any color. All right. That's good enough, the center. Anyway, I still want to get down here. I am going to take that center off because I don't want to make any more messes. I don't know why. Let me wipe this one off. Maybe there's something on there because it's giving me those blobs. So maybe there's something on there. Let's try one more time and see. This one I struggle with where to put the stem. Ah, I got it. There was something on there. Okay, let me move these. I'm going to put them back in the back where they're supposed to be. So I've got to be very careful because I don't want them to clash into each other and break. All right, so there's that. Now I need, I wished we had twine that was in a color. I will put it on the black, but we'll try some others. Oh dear, let me see twine-wise, what do I have? All my thin stuff is downstairs. Let's try black and white. Can't hurt to try it, right? All right, let me get this. I'm going to, again, pull your tails north to south. Take the bottom tail, make your loop. The top tail, ooh, I hit the camera, sorry. And pull it around and through. And then you can adjust the size of your bow. When you do this, hold your bow so that your knot rather, so that it doesn't. And I've got this thing twisted somehow. There we go. All right. The back piece is twisted. Let me see. Can I flip it? Yes, I did. All right, that's a little too long. All right, there we go. Let me get my scissors out. And if you've got a rogue tail, just kind of play with it, pull it around, and then use a glue dot and hold it in place. Ooh, don't want to cut that other piece. There we go. Ooh, I kind of like the black and white bow. Pull it down just a little. All right, and we'll see what color. I'm not certain if you guys can chat or not. I know I've got people watching, but I haven't seen anybody say anything. It says it's private, but I didn't have it private. Ooh, that's kind of, hold on. Piece, when I cut it down, I must have had a jagged edge because it's jagged. I'm just going to take my scissors and trim it up a little. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. All right, now, since I don't have, oh, I probably should have tightened that, but that's okay. Fresh Freesia, that's Lost Lagoon. So there's what it looks like on Lost Lagoon. Then there was Soft Seafoam. I don't know what that was. Oh, that was Balmy Blue. See how it turned green? That's Pool Party. I didn't use Pool Party. Here's Balmy Blue. We'll see which one looks best. That one's kind of bleh. That one's okay. Where's my Soft Seafoam? I don't have a card base cut, but I can cut one quickly. Let's see what it looks like. Well, that's on so crooked it isn't funny. Oh my gosh, look at that edge. Let me pull it up a little and move it over. There, that's a little better. All right, there's soft seafoam. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. And that was supposed to be petal pink, but I'm telling you, that's not petal pink. But I wonder what it would look like with petal pink, since petal pink. Ooh, I kind of like that one. I think I'm going to go with that. I usually get you guys' opinion and get you to tell me, but I'm having issues with all of my things. I kind of like that because it kind of matches. It's far enough away that we can go with it. So let me cut this down. And I'm going to use my trimmer to score it because my scoring tool's downstairs also. That up there. I don't want to be cutting. Okay, here we go. I like my scoring tool. You have to score that. Go up and down so many times with that trimmer. Okay, a little off. That's better. Let me get my button folder out. Okay. I like that. It would look better with fresh freesia, but at least you get the idea. Okay. For those of you watching, leave me a comment. Let me know, because I don't think you can comment, but comment afterwards. All right. That's pretty. I like that one. Wish that was bubble bath though. All right. So there are the two ideas that I shared today using an acetate sheet and the 2 3/8 inch punch. Now, 2 3/8 is so close to 2 1/2 that if you don't have, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do the ring around it. Let me see. Do I chance this? Let me try. Let me see if I can get it. I'm going to go this way only because the bow is interfering. All right. Cross your fingers, guys. Here we go. Just take your time. And I did it. And it matched. Woo. Thanks for crossing your fingers for me. What I was saying is if you don't have the 2 3/8 inch, use 2 1/2 inch. Same idea. But there it is. And I love this idea. This one, I really like this, the way this turned out. That is crushed curry, but I had used copper clay and used it over top, and it worked out. Excuse me. And I like the black and white bow on there. So there you have it. Some ideas for blending a background. And I like the variation. Leave me a comment and tell me what colors would you use. Let me pull these up a little bit so you can see it better. There you go. So two very nice cards, a masculine and a feminine idea. All right, let me get ready and put the spotlight back on my face and get this out of my face and sign off and say goodbye. And next Wednesday, I think I'm here next Wednesday. The following Wednesday, I'm not going to be here. I'm not certain when I'm going out of town. So it may be the following week I'm not here, but I'll let you know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Have a great afternoon. Bye.